Guys, hello. How you doing? So, for the biggest part of my life, I believed I had some allergies, and I only recently realized that no such thing actually exists. Yeah, and this might seem funny to you maybe, and you would ask, so yeah, man, sure. So, what did you have when no allergies exist? So, what did you have? Well, I actually had nothing. Yeah, that's the truth. I had nothing. I was perfectly healthy all the time. There is no such thing as allergy, really. And what the modern medical science actually calls an allergy is actually a physiological reaction to being poisoned. Yeah, it's essentially as if you gave someone cyanide and they reacted by vomiting, and falling unconscious, and you called that an allergy or an adverse reaction. But of course, it's a completely natural physiological reaction to receiving a poison, and it's really to make you, the vomiting is to make you throw up the poison, to expel it from your body. So everything the body does is actually to save you from the poison. Just as the falling unconscious is meant to protect you from consuming more of the poison. And this is actually, when you think about it, this is actually how so called allergies work. So, yeah, when you come into contact with something you are so called allergic to, let's say I was allergic to gluten. So, I ate some gluten, and all of a sudden there was a lot of inflammation and I got diarrhea. Yeah. So the diarrhea is obviously it's your body trying to expel the gluten as fast as possible from your bowels. Yeah, that's it. So it flushes it out in the form of diarrhea, and the inflammation is actually the cells trying to destroy the gluten, which creates this inflammation, which is really an immune response to being poisoned by gluten. Yeah, and the allergologist and the so-called medical professionals will tell you that this is an unnatural or adverse reaction to gluten, while it's actually completely natural. Is your body reacting to poison? But obviously, the problem here is that these people don't recognize the allergens as poisons, but this is literally what they are. Allergen equals poison. I want you guys to remember this very, very clearly. If something is an allergen, it means it's poisonous to humans, and one human might react to it very strongly, while others might react not so strongly. But that doesn't really mean there is something faulty with your body, it just means that you are more sensitive to poison, which in the long term is actually good. So if you have so-called allergies, it means that your body is actually working properly and it's protecting you from poisons. And naturally, if you ate something with gluten, you would get horrible diarrhea and horrible uh, stomach ache and stuff like this. Or if you got exposed to some kind of other allergen, such as cacao powder, yeah, you would feel horrible and you would never ever eat it in your life again. But unfortunately, today the people are so brainwashed. They go to a medical professional and ask them, why is it that all the people around me eat chocolate and I cannot eat chocolate because I get sick from it? And instead of the medical professional telling them, yeah, well, no shit, it's because chocolate is toxic, they give them some immunosuppressant medicine, which actually results in the people poisoning themselves continually because their immune response is suppressed, so they don't even know what is actually good and bad for them. Yeah. Guys, this is a big problem today. So, for example, if you are allergic to some kind of a pollen, and yeah, pollen might be toxic for humans. There are kinds of pollen that are toxic. So if you are allergic to some pollen, naturally what you would do is you would move to an area where this pollen does not exist. Yeah, so for example, if I'm here, there's some kind of a flower which has a pollen that every spring I'm allergic to, and I get a runny nose, for example, let's say, then the natural thing to do was I would move a little bit south, for example, where this plant doesn't grow, and I would feel perfect, and I wouldn't need to take any medicine or stuff like this and deal with the so-called allergies. But no, the doctor, instead of that, the doctor gives you some immunosuppressants which really fuck up your body, and they really destroy your kind of a natural compass to know what is good and bad for you. So, guys, keep this in mind. If you have some sort of a so-called allergy, it's really just your body warning you because you are coming into contact with poison. And what you should do actually is avoid the poison, not suppress your body from protecting you from the poison. Yeah, you really need to understand this, guys. Yeah, so really think about this and apply it if you can. Bye bye.